Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Sarah, and if you're a returning viewer, then I would love if you would subscribe to my channel. I do a new video every Wednesday, so if you want to see how I got this 90s inspired grunge look while answering someone's Instagram question, then keep on watching. I'm going to actually prep the skin today with my e.l.f. Prep and Blur Stick because since my last video, I remembered that I had this. And I want a more matte look, so I'm just gonna go in and really try and mattify those areas. And then I kind of want a lighter foundation, not so heavy, so I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Flawless Finish foundation. I don't want to put too much foundation per usual. Someone asked on Instagram a really good question, and I kind of want to talk about it. So, how do you check in with yourself? So this is like self-care, just being really self-aware. I've learned just in the past year or so how to check in on myself. Your emotions are your guidance system. I say this all the time in the podcast. If you haven't listened, go ahead and give it a listen. Light and Love podcast. But your emotions are your guidance system. So if you're emotional or you just feel a certain way, listen to yourself. Listen to how you're feeling and really address it. Like figure out why it is that you're feeling that way. I feel like that's the best way to check in with yourself is really just by being aware of what's going on emotionally. It's more listen to yourself and then figure out what you can do from there. L'Oreal Full Wear Concealer. I'm going to conceal like I normally do. Be very hyper aware of, what's going on. What are your emotions trying to tell you? Like, what do you need in this moment? Some people are more emotional than others. Like for me, I'm not a very emotional person, but lately I've learned how to kind of listen to my emotions and, see what they're telling me about myself, like what's going on. And I don't think you have to be really emotional to just tap into those feelings because we all go through a range of feelings all day long, every day, So it's not just emotional, people. You're trying to tell yourself something. So tap into what it is that you're trying to tell yourself. Like, are you happy? Are you sad? Are you scared? And then what is like the underlying reason for that? Which kind of leads into the next question that someone asked. Managing imposter syndrome when it shows up. Meeting your inner critic with compassion. This is a great question, and I think it really just comes down to limiting beliefs, which I actually just did a podcast on, and they affect all of us every day. We just have grown up in a world where everyone has an opinion about what we're doing, what we should be doing, what we shouldn't be doing, and we really start to build a picture of ourselves around those thoughts and beliefs, and sometimes they're not even ours. Sometimes we didn't choose to feel that way, but others have kind of influenced that on us. And we start to believe these stories about ourselves. There's so much potential that we have, and we just give in so easily to what everyone else has told us. But oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so this is just my normal face routine. I know it seems like a lot, but whoa, today it looks like a lot because I'm using the color Truffle, and I don't remember it being this dark. Today's the first day of fall, autumn, whatever you want to call it, and my skin has already switched up to being more dry. I noticed it just in the last week, which is so crazy. I totally missed out on doing my skincare routine for the summer because I feel like I pretty much need to start switching it up already. Okay, guys, this is this is a lot. We're gonna have to work with this. Back to imposter syndrome. When we're approaching something that we've never done, we don't feel capable. A lot of us aren't innately confident in ourselves and trying new things, and don't blame yourself for that. That's just normal. We're comfortable with how we are, who we are, and exceeding those boundaries is really, really hard, and we send ourselves a lot of red flags because we want to stay in that comfort zone. Like we want to stay there. Like that's what feels good. It feels natural. We don't want to work hard to go outside of those limits. And, you know, imposter syndrome is your ego trying to tell you, like, oh, you can't do that. Like, you can't do this. You're not that person. You can't do that, you know, but that's just your ego, because your ego likes to sit in there real comfortable. It doesn't like to be challenged. It doesn't like to learn new things. It doesn't like to exceed the limit. But, you know, potential is limitless. There's no limits to potential. Potential is just going past your limits, and we all have them. And then once you pass your limits, you can build new ones and then pass those ones, you know? Like, we always adapt. We'll never be like at our fullest potential, because once we get to one place, we want to go to the next. And that's a good thing. That's how you grow. Just know that it's your ego wanting to stay comfortable, and it's up to you. Like, do you want to flourish? Do you want to grow? If so, don't listen to that and keep pushing. Push that ego out the way. So now I'm going to use my Sephora micro powder, and I've been loving this one lately instead of my MAC one. Like I said, I'm going for a more matte look, so I'm kind of really layering the powder on. I'm going to go in with this MAC one in Blunt. But yeah, my skin, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know. There's just like a lot of little breakouts. It's not like pimples. It's more so like texture. So I'm really trying to, I was doing the mask from Amazon, and that shit hurts, if you know what I'm talking about. I left it on for about 20 minutes, and yeah. If you want to do more with your life, with yourself, then you have to understand what your limits are, and you have to be able to keep pushing past them, because again, your limits will keep growing and growing and growing, and the more you keep pushing past them, the more you grow with them. I love a good nose contour. I don't know what I was doing before that. I don't know what anyone was doing for a nose contour. I'm gonna go in with Peaches. I'm gonna really give it to her today. I'm gonna put her on heavy, like an Instagram filter. So I'm gonna go into my Juvia's the Nubian 2 palette and take Madagascar. It's kind of like a really cool toned camel brown. So I really want to focus on this outer corner. I'm gonna drag it everywhere, but the focus is on the outer corners. So now I'm gonna take a smaller brush so I can concentrate the color more. So just keep building, and then I'm gonna go in with the same brush. I'm gonna go in, same palette too, with Kenya. And also the thing about imposter syndrome is, like, just think a lot of people, I mean, we're all pretty much imposters, you know, doing something, if we're doing something for the first time. But that's how you learn. Like, you have to do something for the first time to be able to experience it and learn from it. Because if you don't put yourself in a position to do something for the first time, you're never going to learn. And it's like, no one is going to be an expert their very first time. So just kind of like go for it. And if it works, it works out. It was meant to be. And if it doesn't, then it wasn't meant to be. But I think just going for it is really going to help get you out of that. Because no one is an expert. No one starts off as an expert. So don't overwhelm yourself with the fear of not knowing enough or not being enough, because you never really know until you try. So give yourself the chance to try. And I'm going to take like a dark color that's kind of like a gray brown. I'm going to take it on this little brush, and I'm going to, oh my gosh, it's like, it literally is gray. Okay, that's not what I was expecting. Oh my god, it is gray on my hand. It does not look like that in the makeup pan. Instead, I'm going to go into the Saharan by Juvia's, and I'm going to take a black eyeshadow and do the same thing I just did, because what the heck was that? And I'm literally just using this little brush to get this corner, and it's going to give me that like winged effect. The shadows before were kind of like tracing the way for this, and now I'm just adding the black. Oh yeah, perfect. Wow, you guys, this color I'm going to show you, it does not, does this look gray to you? I feel like it doesn't look gray. Like, it doesn't look like the color it's showing up as. Fooled me. So I'm going to take Revlon Color Stay Liquid Liner. I love this eyeliner. I've been using it for like 10 plus years. Really focus the wing just on the end of the eye. So not even really on the eyelid, just at the end. And I'm going to really extend it out there. I'm going to keep it really thin out there though. And just sort of bring it onto the lid just to blend it in. And I'm going to go inside just a touch here. And then kind of thicken it right in that corner and bring it onto the lid. It's almost like I'm underlining the eyeshadow with the eyeliner, if you were to think of it as like drawing or with like a pencil. And then I'm going to go on the inner corner. So every month I'm hoping to do a monthly favorites of things I loved and quite possibly things I didn't love so much, unfortunately, because, you know, not everything is worth the hype. I'm gonna add some eyeliner, and this is a Morphe Sparkler. It's like a silver gray liner. I'm just gonna put this underneath the eye. I don't like going dark underneath the eye. I figured it just doesn't look that good on me, so I stopped trying. But these like sparkly type of shadows do look good. Cork lip liner. And we're gonna leave her like this. Just kidding. Okay, and now I'm gonna put MAC Whirl. Why do I feel goth all of a sudden with this one? It feels like really dark today for some reason. What do you think? What do you guys think? I don't know. I don't know. I'm getting like Cleopatra vibes. I don't know if it was the lip liner. Like, what did I just do? We're just gonna go with it. You know, eyelashes fix everything. So let me just put these on because... And you know, I just want to say another thing with limiting beliefs. All of this is fresh in my mind because it's something I've actually been thinking about a lot lately because I just did the podcast on it, and it is a reoccurring thing in my life where I'm always trying to get past these limits that I have on myself of who I think I am and what I think I'm capable of, what I think I deserve. But one thing is, like, I really struggle with perfectionism and procrastination. And those are my like number one indicators of a limiting belief kind of setting in. Could be avoiding things. You're avoiding your own potential because you're like, some people are like scared of who they can be. It's more so scared of failure. But you know, like, failure will always be a good thing. We just have to train ourselves to really believe that. Failure is good. That's how you learn. And if you're not out here failing, then you're not trying anything new. You're not pushing yourself. So really get excited for failure. Get excited to try new things and fail and learn. Because all you can do is learn, you know? Because like I said, this happens to everyone, and it happens over and over and over again. Like, the same pattern could be stopping you your whole life. So really, you know, check in with yourself, listen to yourself, and figure out why you're feeling the way you are, because it could tell you a lot about yourself. Okay, so this is the final look. My hair looks super dark because my makeup looks dark, I think. But I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of like 90s grunge inspired look. And I hope you guys learned something new today with me about mindset and, you know, how to push yourself farther than you've ever dreamed of. I don't think it was that influential, but hopefully it made you think about something new. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next video where we're going to be doing September favorites and maybe not so favorites. I'm super excited for that. I'm super excited to share all those items with you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye!